Today's top five, we're going to take a look at the top five post-race careers for Derby winners going back to 2000. Last 25 Derby winners. The most interesting aspect of this exercise might actually be realizing that 11 Kentucky Derby winners since 2011 of the 25 didn't win a race after the Derby. Now that includes Country House, who didn't race after the Derby, and Barbaro, who of course had the ill-fated start in the Preakness. But otherwise, just recently, Mystic Dan is 0 for 4. Now he's still out on the track potentially to get a win, but Maj, Rich Strike going up back over the past few years, 0 for 3 Maj, Rich Strike 0 for 6, Always Dreaming 0 for 5, Nyquist 0 for 3, Orb 0 for 4, Super Saver 0 for 3, Mind That Bird 0 for 9, Monarchos 0 for 3. So again, 11 of these Derby winners did not win a race afterwards, but the horses who we have on our list had pretty good careers, including, we'll start from the top, American Pharoah. I will admit, I debated this position for American Pharoah because the next two on the list had longer post-Derby careers with some quality wins, but ultimately I had to put American Pharoah on top based on the quality of the victories after he won the 2015 Derby. He followed it up with 4 Grade 1s and 5 starts, including the Preakness, and then this one we're watching, the Belmont, to become the first Triple Crown winner since affirmed in 1978. American Pharoah followed the Triple Crown with a win in the Haskell, second in the Travers, and then a win in the Breeders' Cup Classic to end his career. He tops the list. But, again, the next two had pretty good post-Derby careers also. California Chrome, he won 9 races and 16 starts after winning the 2014 Kentucky Derby, including 4 Grade 1s. One of those was the Hollywood Derby on turf, and another was this win in the 2016 Grade 1 Pacific Classic over Beholder and Dortmund. He also won the 2016 Dubai World Cup and the Grade 1 Awesome again later that year. He gets a nice second spot on the list for his post-Derby career, but also doing well after the Derby. Funny side, he actually started 31 times after winning the Kentucky Derby and won 7 of those. The 2003 Kentucky Derby winner had 2 of his post-Derby victories being Grade 1s, the Preakness, and then here, in third and fading on the far turn, he comes back to win the 2004 Jockey Club Gold Cup in a remarkable performance, with Tom Durkin exclaiming, "The gutsy gelding indeed," as he came under the wire. He ended his career with a victory in a listed stake at Finger Lakes. Justify, like American Pharoah, at the top of the list. Justify has to be recognized for the quality of his wins following the victory in the 2018 Kentucky Derby. He only raced twice, but won both of those, the Preakness and the Belmont, to win the Triple Crown. Hence, he makes the list. And there's a tie at the bottom spot. Street Sense followed his 2007 Derby win by running second in the Preakness and then winning the Jim Dandy and the Travers at Saratoga. Those two were good enough to get him to squeak onto the list. And Authentic followed his 2020 Derby score with a second in the Preakness before going on to win the Breeders' Cup Classic in his last start. However, being the pandemic year, the Derby was run in September, so we feel we have to note that and add an asterisk to the achievements post-Derby for Authentic. But there you have it, your top 5 post-Derby winning careers since 2000. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment.